The Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? No, I don't have a hat on today. You know why? I'm partaking in my most favorite activity on the planet. Carving a turkey. I absolutely love turkey. I love turkey more than the breath I breathe itself. Turkey to me is life. Maybe I shouldn't eat while I'm making a video, but this is the Atari Creep YouTube channel. You should expect stupid shit like that. And coffee. Does coffee and turkey go together? You bet your ass it does. And we hadn't had anything for the Amico to talk about, and it's good if you're excited about something to keep the topic relevant. And it was actually a legit topic. It wasn't fluff. I'm not going to sit here and put spam out there and just be like, hey, 10 things about the Amico's power button that I like, you know. And you know what? I'm glad I made that video because it brought people out. And matter of fact, I think the views on that video climbed faster than probably almost any other video I've made on that topic. Or it seems like the Amico and the VCS gained the most traction on my channel. I don't speak on those topics because of that. If you've been around long enough, you know I don't care about algorithms and views and clicks and all that stuff. I do like the conversation. That's why I ask for your feedback, because it's exactly that. It's feedback. And if it helps the algorithm, then cool. You know, it's kind of like monetizing your videos. And when I'm able to, I'm going to. Not because I'm trying to make money on YouTube, but if 10 or 12 bucks or whatever can end up in my pocket at the end of the week, why wouldn't I do that, right? I know that's not how it works. This video is mainly to speak to Tommy Tallarico himself, though. He did respond, and it was quite longer of a response than I anticipated. I'm pretty sure he did, but I hope he had watched the entire video and saw the points I was making as far as me still being wicked excited and all that. And I did make a comment saying it leaves me a little nervous, and I'm not going to lie to anybody. It does a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know what? I'm still going to have my Founders Edition in October, hopefully, depending on coronavirus and all that shit. But I can be realistic and I can be flexible. He made mention of it's okay to be selfish with your point of view. But I did want to get that out there and say that this wasn't going to be a logical topic. It was literally going to be about feelings versus facts, so to speak. So this video is mainly for Tommy. And, you know, it's not too many heads of companies, especially ones that are producing products that we all want to consume, that's willing to be as public as he is. For better or for worse, dude speaks his mind. He doesn't care, and I love that about him. I love that. You know, whether I agree with anything he says or whether I disagree. Still from here, and you gotta respect that. And he could have just avoided my video. He could have just watched it and thumbs down it or thumbs up it and walked away. He could have just left a simple, hey, great video, I understand your points, but whatever. No, he took the time to really write something. So I think it's only respectful and fair that I respond properly. Rather than me type, because I'm lazy. This is easy. We're gonna set this up over by my laptop when I'm done carving the bird. Of course, I have a sandwich at 9:06 in the morning because turkey is life. And I will address it point by point. And again, if you want to watch it, that's fine. If you don't, it's fine too. This is mainly for Tommy. So let's get to the meat and potatoes here. I only have a couple of points out of the comment he left. Now, I'll leave the link to that video at the bottom right corner of your screen at the end of this video. I would encourage you either to watch that first or to read his response. I pinned it in that comment, so it'll be at the top. You don't have to do much work in order to get to it. I'm not going to address every single point that he made. He went at great lengths to talk about the motivation for this new pre-order. And if the number, I totally can understand it. I totally understand it. And we'll get to all that here in a minute. He went to great lengths talking about the correspondence from people wanting something like this. And if the numbers are what he says they are, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the guy's making stories up. You know, I can't speculate on that unless I've found out for facts that someone has lied to me. I totally get it. I totally get it. So go ahead and read that comment, and we'll just get to my few little tidbits here, and hopefully it'll clarify something a little bit more for Tommy. And of course the rest of you folks, if you had any question, because some people questioned my stance on the television Amico, and I wasn't even going to bring that up, but it was addressed, and hopefully those opinions have been swayed anyway. So first and foremost, why did I make the video to begin with? It wasn't so much to puke on the idea. Though I'm not in favor of it. I wasn't in favor of it. I'm not saying that I'm a turncoat here. But I made the video for that. But my main motivation, I had two motivations. But the main one was to make an Amico video, like I said earlier. I wanted to keep the subject current. Not making fluff, though. I'm not making just crap videos just to put the name Amico out there. It's not going to happen. I have to have something that I want to speak upon before that happens, and that's why I made it. The topic came up, and I'm like, hey, I have a feeling about this. I am going to speak upon it. Second motivation is the conversation. That's what this is all about to me. It's about the conversation. Yeah, I do this for my own creative outlet, whether you consider this creative or not. I do it for my own purge, my own creative outlet. Why would I be doing it this long and have such little to show for it, you know? If it wasn't for the conversation and the outlet. So I wanted to have a conversation, and it had been a while since the Amico was spoken on people's lips that I had seen anyway, and I figured it was a good time, a good subject. I had feelings and thoughts about it. I went with it. So if pre-orders did come out, would I fucking be pissed off? No, of course I wouldn't be. Guys, I'll have my, you know, God willing, with everything that's going on in China, early October, I'm going to have my sexy gold and wood grain console to plug into my television, and I'm going to enjoy it. So if he came out with a pre-order tomorrow, I might grimace a little bit, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I think it's a great idea. I am being selfish. I want to preserve how special this is to me. I wanted to preserve that, and I have never done anything like this before, so it makes it a little extra special to me, whether, you know, you give a shit or not. Both new console and, of course, a pre-order thing. And it's an exclusive thing. I don't do too many things where I'm exclusive in anything. And I just thought that was pretty cool. But once he started talking about exactly what he was planning on doing, I don't think it would interrupt the exclusivity of the Founders Edition. But I'm mainly trying to, I guess I'm not even going to say preserve that, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have my console, whether it's a Founders Edition or not, and I'm going to jam on it, and I'm more than likely going to enjoy my time with the console. So, pre-orders come out, 5 minutes later, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to get one before everyone else, and I'm going to have $50 worth of games for free on top of whatever comes in the machine. And I'm going to move on my day. It's not going to fucking occupy my brain any further than that. So, it's really not that big of a deal. I said it may make things look desperate, and I hope he didn't take that the wrong way. I use the word may on purpose because I can totally see people looking at it like that. Oh, something's going on behind the scenes. They need more money. Someone's fucked up, or you know, something like that. It was just more of an anticipation for the conversation. I knew that was going to come up. There were going to be people who say, oh, television's all fucked up. They don't know what they're doing. They need more money, or they're behind, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And I just wanted to get a jump in on that to at least say, look, I understand that this feeling may be out there, so let me start that conversation or what have you. And I was kind of hoping you, Tommy, yourself would come in and remedy that with whatever information that you feel is able to be given at this time. So let's talk about the pre-order package as he wrote it in the comment. Anyway, he keeps saying that it was an idea. It was just an idea. And that's, I get it. I totally get it. But again, it was a subject to keep the Amico name out there, you know, without making spam and fluff. So that's really all there is to it. So he was talking more so maybe doing 5,200 this time. 5,200. He's like, you see what I did there? I think that's a nice touch. 5,200 of them. He's talking about just a poster, maybe a $25 gift card. There's no exclusivity to anything. It's literally just going to be a console as if you could just buy it normally. with a couple of presents inside of it. So nothing on the console itself to say, hey, this was a special edition or whatever. And you know what? If it's more to that tune, I'm okay with it. That more mirrors an actual, like, the pre-orders that are coming out, because I did ask about that. I said, aren't they coming soon anyhow? He did speak retail versus, retail packages versus direct from the company. And he's right. He'll make more money doing it direct from the company than he will packaging something for retail. So I totally get that as well. But I was just wondering, in the scheme of things, where actual pre-orders are going to be coming from and all that stuff. So, that package seems pretty cool. Had I not jumped on the Founders Edition, I mean, how could I not have? Even if it was slightly above my means. Somehow the stars lined up, you made it work, the stars made it work, and I made it work by saving up for it. Oh, we're good to go there, Tommy. Just, let me know when you want that fucking bankroll, and we'll start fucking playing some Earthworld Jim together. Oh, that creepy haunted house game you better be fucking working on. Topic I want to bring up that he mentioned is pretty interesting, because I never thought of it. I never thought of it that way, and I wasn't trying to think less of his situation. It just never occurred to me. He said, and I have it highlighted so I can be verbatim here, I'm sure you can imagine how difficult it must be for us to break into the market dominated by 3 multi-billion-dollar companies. And there's something to be said there. It's true. I mean, how are you going to compete with that? You can't really. Unless you really come through with a breakthrough deal, or the stars line up like it did with me in the pre-orders here. And I wrote here, I see this as something different though. I see the Amico as something completely different from that, and it's my understanding that's how it's being marketed anyway, right? So the idea of you trying to compete with them or trying to break into that market, I know video games are video games, and I should have put the pieces together, but I always consider the Amico something different than that. Something a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit more special for guys like me, because the Amico is speaking to guys exactly like me. Guys who can't do the double thumbstick thing. I just got an OG Xbox, and I've been playing Stubbs the Zombie, and I'm having a good time with it, but it's like double thumbsticks, 3 buttons here just to fucking grab a guy and bite a guy and punch a guy and run a guy and piss on a guy. It's like, holy fuck. Slow down. I just walk in and hit a button and do an action, or 2 buttons, So it's speaking to me, and I never considered that in reality they are considered the same, even though their markets themselves are drastically different. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo fans that are going to jump on this, but I see it being a different market altogether. So it just never occurred to me. So he'd made mention of having a personal conversation, one-on-one, an interview. And to be quite honest with you, him and I have talked about it in the past, for what it's worth, we're friends on Facebook. And that's another cool aspect about Tommy. He doesn't mind being out there. He's not hiding in the shadows like a fucking, whatever. And it came up, and I told him, look, the whole interview thing is not really my bag. I don't know if I'd be any good at it, to be honest with you. I'm good at talking to a camera. Plus, the technology gives me great anxiety, and I'm sure it's probably something that's the easiest thing to do is figure out Skype and record it and just put it up there. Whether it's just audio or it's both video and audio. But to be perfectly honest with you, how I'd like to have a conversation with Tommy, for real? Shredding on the stage of the old Boston Garden that doesn't exist anymore. Can you imagine that Atari creep and television Tommy up on stage fucking slapping riffs back and forth like we were in that movie Crossroads? I'd be the Steve Vai character, of course. You could be Ralph Macchio with your Telecaster. I'll play with my fucking Chevelle Model 4. And it'll be a great interview. But no, in all seriousness, let me look into it. We'll revisit the idea. I'll talk to my technical consigliere, Mr. Calico Joe, and I'm sure it's the easiest thing to do. I got anxiety, guys. Get over it. Maybe it's from too much coffee. Maybe it's from fucking poor genetics. But either way, the technology scares me, and the whole asking questions thing is not my bag. But I know Tommy keeps asking for it. You keep asking for it. Well, all right, fine. I'll satisfy the fucking masses. If you have any questions that you don't think has ever been satisfied, from Tommy, by all means, ask, send me a private message. I'll start writing them down. I'll start writing down my own questions. I'll figure out the technology, and Tommy, you and I will get together and figure out a good time and all that stuff to make it happen. So guys, that's it. I just wanted to address a few things that Tommy had to say. In all honesty, I made the video to keep the Intellivision Amico a little more relevant still. We hadn't talked about it quite a bit, which can be a good thing. No good news is good news with Gary Gnu. I want to actually give you relevant stuff that's worth fucking actually clicking on. Whether you agree with that or not. Yeah, so guys, again, leave your feedback down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the creep is positive. And guys, thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. Go get your ass a turkey. Stop playing guitar. You'll get chicks.